What is up, people? Hey, it's Brooke Richardson, and I don't know what's going on. My hair is messed up. Anyways, I don't have any makeup on yet, so... Willow, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Hello, everybody. Well, man, it's hard to believe that it has been 1 year, almost 1 year today. I believe it was Father's Day, right? Was it not Father's Day?
Close. It was close
to
to
Father's Day. I did a video, and it was a father shares his heart on adoption, and man, what a year it has been. Willow's been home for a little over 2 years now, and on the last video, the purpose of that video was to share with other husbands and dads, or soon-to-be dads, of an adopted child. And Willow's going back there going. To share what my experience was like leading up to adoption, what it was like leading up to my yes. And it's been really, really cool because it's been humbling, it's been a blessing. And why that is because there's been so many people that have reached out to Brooke and I on, what do I hear?
A wind chime?
Watch. Sorry. During the last year since I shared my last video, it has been so incredibly humbling. The people that have reached out to us, both wives and husbands, that have just said, hey, the video you did, what you've shared really spoke to us, and it's gave me encouragement to start walking down that journey. So for those of you that have reached out, and for those of you, what's up, Coop? And for those of you that have taken the time to, number one, just say thank you, have made comments, whether it be on websites or whether it be on our YouTube page, just want to say thank you, because it's been an encouragement to us to continue sharing our story, our experiences, and our journey with Willow. What I wanted to talk about today is really just, it's pretty simple. Okay, so you had all this fear, and through God's grace and His mercy and His love and His guidance, you got through that. You put your yes on the table and traveled all the way over to China to adopt this beautiful little girl and to bring her home. So what's it like now? Willow's been home for 2 years, and listen, everybody's experience is different. Every child is different. Every child with Down syndrome is unique in their own way. We're all individually unique. So this is just my experience. Once again, just like my journey that led up to her, our experience home with her is unique. I can tell you this: the blessings and the joy that she has brought is unique to us, but I think that it is a common thread and something that is shared, especially people with Down syndrome. That's what they bring to this world. So, well, it's been crazy, it's been fun, but it hasn't changed a whole lot. Willow is, I tell people this all the time, Willow is our easiest child. She's full of grace, she's full of love. She can be a little toot, she's hard-headed, but she's awesome, and she's easy to love. Recently, Brooke, obviously my wife Brooke, she's sharing all kinds of stuff with me all the time. Sometimes it's at 9:45 at night when I go to bed at 10, so I'm not listening the best. But this one, I think she actually sent it to me like 4 or 5 times. Anyways, it was a dad who has fostered and adopted children, and something that he talked about is that you get a lot of questions, right? How can you love a child that is not biologically yours? She's not biologically mine, but she is every bit my daughter, and I would say it's not that I had to learn how to love her. Love is an action, right? So, like my wife, I love my wife more than any other adult person in this world. But you have to learn and work on loving someone. Brooke's not biologically related to me. Willow isn't either. But yet, you learn to love them through your actions and through just growing together. I know Willow better now than I did 2 years ago, obviously, and I love things about her that is different than the way I love my other 3 kids. Willow's learning how to swim without floaties. She's potty trained, even though sometimes she decides that she doesn't, that she isn't potty trained. The other day, I'm telling stories about you. The other day, she was she obviously needed to go potty, and so I told her, Willow, go potty. And we got to the bathroom, and she just stood there and stared at me like. And because she wanted me to help her pull her pants down and get on the toilet and all that kind of stuff, and I refused to do it. And then I regretted it instantly when she pottied in her pants. That was probably a daddy fail there. And so she got in trouble, a little bit of trouble, and I'm gonna tell you this, like, her heart was hurt because she got in trouble. She knew she did something wrong. She was disappointed, but she quickly rebounded right after that. When I told her, hey, come here, I love you. And of course she lit up and came right to me. Willow starts kindergarten this year. Can you believe that? I know I can't. So
2 months.
In 2 months, two months, summer's halfway over. So Willow will be starting kindergarten this year. I mean, goodness gracious, it's not hard. It's not easy, but it's not hard, but it's not different. Like the challenges with Willow may be a little bit different than with my typical kids, but then they have challenges and they challenge me in ways that Willow never will. So yeah, that's an update. Some of the questions that we've gotten have all been really leading up to and making that decision to putting your yes on the table, which is a really, really scary time. But more than anything, it's beautiful once you get there, and once you find, hey, yes, this is a calling on our lives. There's a sense of peace to it that's like nothing you've ever experienced. But the fear of the unknown and the fear of things that you can't control never go away. I think that's something that you have to continually pray about. You have to continually communicate openly with not only your spouse. That's something else. Men, I will tell you, man, get a group of men around you that are going to challenge you, but they're going to speak life into you, and they're going to support you. Whether they agree with your decisions or not, they're going to support you in saying that, oh my gosh, how did you figure that out? She just figured out how to draw on my watch. I've never done that before. Sorry about that. We had to move inside because we do live in Texas. Weather can change in an instant. We always say if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. But like I was saying, the support system is very important to have around you, whether that be other men. They're going to not call you out, but call you up and continue to strengthen you along your journey. I'd love to be one of those men in your life. All of this to say that obviously the first video, like I said earlier, was kind of the prequel, and this is the sequel afterwards, I guess it'd be. There's a beautiful community. Once you are in the adoptive community, the Down syndrome community, the fostering community, so many people will love you up, will give you advice and opinions. You know, like we've talked about many, many times, every situation is unique. This is just our situation. This is my experience as the dad of 4 kids and as the daddy of Willow. It's been just an awesome, awesome journey. And if you're considering going down that journey, if you are about to leave, if you are already in it, I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to hear your story, your testimony. You know, it's one of the coolest things that has come through all of this is that God had called us to this, and just like what we are called to do through the church is to be a disciple and to be a disciple maker. And it's been very humbling and such a blessing that others have, you know, shared with us, that it's encouraged them to head down that journey. So also another way, obviously we're going to put the first video in the links below and in the comments below, what platform you're seeing this on, whether it's social media and or YouTube. But also, if you want to just get a really clear picture of what it looks like in the everyday life in our home with our family, right here on our YouTube channel, you can check it out and just see different birthdays and outings and events and all that kind of stuff. It gives you just a clear picture of what it's like day to day. Hope that everyone, this is Father's Day today, so I hope everyone out there had a wonderful Father's Day, and you took some time to celebrate our Heavenly Father during this time. And I just say that no matter where you're at in your journey, or you may not even be called on this journey, it may not be a calling on your life, but here's the good news, is that there's always opportunities to support families that are going down this journey, whether it be financially, whether it be buying t-shirts, praying for them, supporting them. We are called to care for the orphans and the widowed. And that can look like many different things, whether it be just supporting those that are walking down that journey, or that being a calling that's placed on your life as well. So we love you guys. We thank you so much for all of your support. We thank you for your encouragement. We thank you for reaching out to us. We thank you for your likes, your comments, and we thank you for some of those that have disliked it, because that shows us that, hey, you know what? If it's rubbing people the wrong way and it's making them uncomfortable, then obviously you're doing something right. So we love you guys. We hope y'all are having a blessed day. We hope you have a blessed week to come. And we hope this reaches you in a time of need and that it is an encouragement to you.
No, I was just going to say, you haven't answered one of the most common questions that we get.
What, was it a line on my forehead?
Yes, it's causing your line to get a little deeper. And quick funny story, Aiden drew a picture of his dad at church today, and he drew lines in Daddy's forehead.
And Cooper told me that I have a really gray beard.
It's not that gray.
I'm only 36 years old.
It's wisdom.
It is wisdom.
Anyways, so the question we get asked probably more often than not,
I feel so nervous.
is will we adopt again, and what does that look like, or just how do we feel about that?
Okay.
Because I think we've talked about it on a few different videos.
So I personally, right, from the get-go, I am more of the, I don't know if you'd say logical.
Pull back the reins.
Yeah, logical thinker, kind of process. So Brooke is more of a, hey, this is a feeling that I have. I feel like this is from God. Like, we should move and sell our house. And I'm like, well, hold on. So there's a couple of steps. So I just think things through more. And that's why we're good together. I would never, ever, ever say we will never adopt again. Because we are completely 100%, and I say this in full honesty and transparency, fully open to what God has for us. And the reason is because I see today and every day that the blessing that Willow is, and our other 3 kids, and going on mission trips in Africa, and being involved in 2 different ministries locally, foundations that I'm involved in, putting your yes on the table even when you're uncomfortable, when you're scared, the blessings that come from that by living in God's will. So if it is God's will, then we'll be completely open to that. So it's something that we pray about, we talk about. I think it's completely possible. For real to end?
It's for real the end of the video now.
Okay, signing off. Stay classy, San Diego.